Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling a big one in the world of skincare, a real powerhouse ingredient, tretinoin. We're going to break it all down for you.
So let me ask you something. Have you ever looked in the mirror and just felt frustrated? Maybe it's acne that just won't quit, or those fine lines that seem to pop up out of nowhere. Or maybe it's sun damage. Yeah, you are definitely not alone in that. Well, what if I told you there's a prescription-strength answer to all that? One that's been a trusted go-to for dermatologists for almost half a century. That's right, today we are diving deep into Tretinoin.
Here's the game plan. First, we'll get into what tretinoin actually is. Then, we're going to put it head-to-head with its famous cousin, retinol. After that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty science of how it works. I'll give you a practical user guide, and we'll wrap it all up with a real talk session on results and side effects.
All right, first up, what in the world is tretinoin and why you skincare pros get so excited about it?
So, in a nutshell, tretinoin is a supercharged synthetic form of vitamin A. But here's the catch. You can't just wander into a store and grab it. Nope, this stuff is prescription only. And for good reason. It's specifically designed to go after some of the most stubborn skin issues out there. You've probably heard of it under brand names like Retin-a or Renova, but don't let all the different names fool you. The powerhouse ingredient inside, the one doing all the heavy lifting, is always tretinoin.
Okay, let's get right to the question I know is on everyone's mind. Isn't this just like the retinol I can buy at the drugstore? And the answer is a big, resounding nope, not even close. Look, they are in the same family. They're both retinoids, which is just the family name for things derived from vitamin A. And yeah, they're used for similar stuff. But that's pretty much where the family resemblance ends. Their strength and how you get them are just worlds apart. And here's the key difference. Retinol, the one you see everywhere, is the natural, much gentler version. Your skin actually has to convert it to make it work. But tretinoin, it's synthetic and it's way, way more potent. And that raw power is exactly why you need a doctor's prescription to get your hands on it. So you might be wondering, how does this potent ingredient actually pull off its magic? What's really going on under the surface at this cellular level? I love this explanation because it gets right to the point. Tretinoin essentially puts your skin cells through a high-intensity boot camp. It makes them divide and die off much faster, which sounds kind of harsh, but it's exactly what you want. It's forcing that rapid turnover to push out the old, damaged cells and bring those new, fresh, healthy cells right to the surface. And hey, this isn't just theory. The proof is in decades of clinical research. It's been shown over and over again to be a game changer for different kinds of acne, to seriously cut down on breakouts, and to really improve the overall texture of your skin. We're talking smoother, less rough, and a visible reduction in fine lines. Okay, so we know it's powerful, which brings us to the really important part. How do you actually use it? Because with great power comes great responsibility, right? Getting the application right is absolutely critical. And before you even think about putting this on your face, step one is a serious talk with your doctor. I can't stress this enough. Tretinoin is not for everyone. For example, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, it's a no-go. You really need to lay out your whole lifestyle and medical history so your doctor can help you decide if it's a safe choice for you. All right, application 101. This is a nighttime-only treatment. You wash your face, you let it get completely dry, and then you apply it. And please, please listen to this part. More is not better. All you need is a tiny pea-sized amount for your entire face. Seriously, using more isn't going to get you faster results. It's just going to make your skin angry. Think about it. Tretinoin is bringing brand new baby skin cells to the surface, and that new skin is super sensitive. This means the sun is now your mortal enemy. Sunscreen, a good one, every single day, is completely non-negotiable. And you have to be gentle with everything else. Ditch the harsh scrubs and drying toners. Your skin is going through a major transformation, so treat it with care. Okay, let's talk about the journey. You've got your prescription, you're using it correctly, so what happens now and when? This is where we need a little reality check, because using tretinoin is a marathon, not a sprint. You're gonna need to be patient here. You might start seeing something happening around 2 or 3 weeks in, but the real wow results, you're probably looking at 6 weeks or even longer. So if you don't see a miracle overnight, don't give up. You gotta stick with it. Now, for the not-so-fun part, the adjustment period.
In those first few weeks, your skin might be a little unhappy. Expect some dryness, some peeling, maybe some itchiness. It's totally normal. In fact, it's a sign that the medication is doing its job and your skin is getting used to that boot camp we talked about. But, and this is a big but, you have to listen to your skin. If that irritation just gets worse and worse, or if you see anything really concerning like blistering or swelling, that's not normal. That's your cue to stop using it and call your doctor right away.
So, what's the big takeaway here? The bottom line is this. When you use it correctly and under a doctor's guidance, tretinoin is an incredibly safe and effective tool. It's a proven path for getting that smoother, healthier skin you're after. Which brings us back to the final, most important question. Is this skincare powerhouse right for you? And honestly, I can't answer that. The answer can only come from a real conversation with your doctor or dermatologist. They're the only ones who can help you make that call.